Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Swiss Milk. Let's get right into it. When you guys are done with this video, you'll know exactly what to equip on your weapons, you'll know what ammo is best to use, and you'll know what I think your playstyle should be in order to become a better player. When choosing your ammo, I would always recommend AP. In some situations, HP might be better, but in general, stick with AP. Suppressors are an excellent choice for any situation. They won't silence your gun, but what they will do is reduce the flash to a point where people won't be able to see where you're shooting from, something where in Insurgency, where you could be hit with one shot, is highly useful. In general, I wouldn't recommend you use any scope at all. Sometimes the iron sights are really bad, and in those situations I would recommend the red dot or a cobra scope. But be careful in night modes because these will become distracting. I wouldn't recommend using a flashlight or laser sights at all. They give no advantage to your weapon, but they will provide a utility in very specific situations. Foregrips are an excellent choice for spinning your points. They'll control your fire, and unlike the heavy barrel, they won't add any weight. You can use a heavy barrel if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. Shotguns are a definite no. I would never recommend you using one. They don't have the advantage in Insurgency that they do in real life, where they're easier to handle in tight spaces. Since no mechanic like this has been implemented in Insurgency yet, they're not worth picking up, and you'd be better with something else. For explosives, I would recommend a frag grenade or a smoke grenade depending on your situation. If you're sustaining heavy damage from afar, or if someone has pushed up into your spawn point, go for the smoke grenades. If you need to push a point and there's a lot of people up on one spot, definitely throw some grenades in there and try to clear them out. Flash grenades generally aren't a good choice because they're not quite strong enough in Insurgency for me to recommend them yet. Now when it comes to chest equipment, you have the chest rig or the chest carrier. The chest rig will allow you 2 grenades and enough ammo to kill the other teams a few times over. The chest carrier gives you enough explosives to make a whole lot of mistakes and more ammo than you would reasonably need for even 2 matches. If you find yourself needing more ammo, I would recommend picking up another gun instead, or being a little bit more conservative with your fire. In general, I wouldn't recommend using a chest rig or a chest carrier unless the situation absolutely calls for it. I can't think of many. Now, when it comes to armor, you might think, alright, give me the heavy armor, I want to be Superman, but that's not how it works in Insurgency. In most cases, you're going to get killed in 1 or 2 shots. Heavy armor only really comes into play where you can take a hit to the arm or a limb from AP ammo. With light armor, it doesn't weigh as much, it's not going to slow you down as much, but you might as well not be wearing any at all. Most of the time, I won't wear any armor at all. I find the mobility I gain from not wearing armor is well worth it, and in the long run, by not wearing armor, the game forces me to become a better player. In general, I wouldn't recommend you wearing armor at all. You'll become more maneuverable, your tactics will evolve very rapidly, and you'll become a much better player than if you relied on heavy armor. You'll find that you take shots where you know you're going to kill someone, and you'll get yourself into less situations where you're going to be shot at. Now let's talk about the big scopes. The 7x the MK4 scopes aren't really good at all unless you're in a very special occasion like Panjar push or Sinjar push on A points where you have a lot of range to cover. And even then I would recommend a 2x scope over that because you'll get better at spotting pixels. If you're having a hard time spotting pixels, try turning on your anti-aliasing settings, and if you're still having a hard time, try looking online for other settings that might help you. One scope that I would never recommend you picking up is the PO 4x24 scope. It greatly reduces the area that's visible to you and it's extremely slow to draw. One scope that might be okay in some situations but not others would be C79. My picks for weapons are as follow in no particular order: the M1911, the Markov, the M249, the MP5K, the FAL, the AC556, the M1A1, the M16A4, the AK-74, the AK-74U, and the AKM. For players that want to improve at Insurgency and have more fun with it, try following some of these tips. I would also highly recommend you start communicating with your teammates more and learning calls. If you have any questions about the material I covered here, definitely let me know in the comments. I always read through those. This has been Swiss Milk with an Insurgency tutorial, and as always, I'll see you guys later. No.